Hi Aquarius, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Bri and this is your personal guidance reading for November 2018 for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So this reading is going to help you to gain clarity in your life, show you where to focus, and what to avoid. Keep in mind, this reading is reflective, it is not predictive, and may not resonate with everyone. So let's go ahead and get started and see what the most important messages are for you this month. I did also want to let you guys know before we start that for a limited time I am going to be offering a few of these personal guidance readings, so if you are interested, please click the link down below. Alright, so most important messages for Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know? What do they need to hear? Most important message. All right, so your overall energy, we have the 5 of coins. In your head space, we have the 2 of pentacles. Your heart space, we have the Hanged Man. Your goal this month is the Emperor. Where to focus, we have the Father of Swords. Your lesson or your challenge is going to be the 7 of Pentacles. The action is the 4 of Cups. The block is going to be the Ace of Wands. And the outcome of the reading, we have the 9 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card. So, what I feel, Aquarius, is that there's something big that has left your life or something that is ending. There's been some type of loss recently or upcoming. I don't feel like it's any surprise to you at all. I don't feel like you're shocked by any means, but the fact that it's happening is what's challenging. And not that it's really happening, it's that what this means for your life now, what you have to do now. It's like, oh, okay, I'll do it, but I don't necessarily want to do it, or I don't like the way that it went down. But I do feel that it is something that has been weighing on your head and especially your heart for a while. Things haven't felt fair for a while. Your needs haven't been being met for a while. And you're now able to let this situation not necessarily end for good, possibly, but it's like you're at a point where it's like, what do I have to lose at this point? If this thing ends, if this thing leaves my life, I'm not fully happy anyways right now. It's like, what's the worst that could happen? And that's why I kind of get a vibe of like, okay, like I'll do what I need to do. Not super happy about it, but I'll do it. And I feel like there's something that you know it's time to end. You know it's time for it to leave your life. And I think you're finally able and ready to do that. This could be a relationship. This could be a friendship. It could be a job. But what's happening as you allow this thing to end, as you allow this thing to leave your life, you're able to do some very, very, very deep and very well needed healing. And I feel like this healing process has kind of already happening. It's already happening. Like, you kind of already know. Like, I don't feel like this is like any shock or any surprise at all. At all. I feel like you know exactly what this is. And you know it's good for you. That's the thing. It's like, you know this thing is good for you. You know it's going to be better for you, but it still sucks to have to actually do it. Because I feel like you may have been paying a lot of attention to the situation and not enough on yourself. And that's what's changing. The overall energy of the month is the 5 of Pentacles. So something is, you're feeling, number one, there's a big change, okay? Number one, there's a huge change going on. But number two, you're feeling like you're losing something. Okay, whether you are physically losing something, like you're like physically losing a job or losing money or whatever it is, or perhaps you're losing a relationship, or you're losing a part of yourself in some way. And in your headspace, you're like, you know, it's really time for me to get my life together. It's really time for me to get back in balance, to get things back in order. And your heart's like, yeah, like, let this go. Let's get this done and over with. Like, let's do it. The goal here, what you're trying to ultimately achieve, is stability. The Emperor. You just want to have stability in your life. And I feel like this situation brought a level of instability to your life, but at the same time, you were hopeful. You wanted it to work out, you know, like, but now it's time to really get back to you. Father of Swords. To get back to who you really are. I feel like you've been off your game, or you feel like you've been off your game, and it's time for you to get back on. To be very honest with yourself and to be very honest with the people in your life. I feel like you've been repressing your true emotions and your true feelings for a very long time. I think it's time for you to let it out. The lesson or the challenge is the 7 of Pentacles. It's just taking some time to think about this and just kind of let this all happen. Just kind of let it all sink in. Just kind of process it all, you know. And normally I wouldn't say that this is a good thing, but the action is the 4 of Cups. Kind of just be with yourself. Just be with your emotions. I feel like you haven't. That's the thing. I feel like you've kind of been like not expressing your emotions because maybe you just kind of feel like this is just a situation. I just have to deal with it. I feel like it's almost like you've just been accepting your punishment. It's like the words I want to use. Like, you've just been accepting the situation for what it is. Like, oh, I guess this is what it is because it is what it is. Like, that's that, you know, like, that's just the way it is. And it's like, in the process of doing that, you haven't been honoring your emotions. You haven't been true to you. The block right now, or what to avoid, is the Ace of Wands. Like, don't just try to go jump into something new. Jumping into something new is not going to help you to really deal with what the true issue is here. You've been focused on something. And I almost feel like you've been focused on this thing, even though it hasn't been the best, even though it isn't good, because it's distracted you from what the real issues are, what the real problems are. And I feel like you need to get a grasp on what it really is. And jumping into something new, jumping into a new relationship, jumping into a new job, jumping into just something new, pursuing something new is not going to, it's not going to bring you any happiness in your life. It may for a moment, but it's not really going to get down to the bottom of the issues. And I feel like you've been avoiding it. You've been avoiding it. The outcome of the reading is the Eight of Swords. So I feel like, you know, you do kind of get stuck in your head about something. There's something about the situation that you do get stuck in. I actually am going to go ahead and pull a clarifier for that. This is the only card today that I felt I needed to clarify. Just clarify the Eight of Swords. Son of Cups, yeah. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. Right now, you need to just sit with yourself. Just really sit with yourself. Sit with your emotion. Do some introspection. You may be really stuck in your head about something, but it's about finding out why. Where does this thought come from? And creating that head and heart connection, which I feel has been missing. I feel like there's been like a huge disconnect. So I feel like that's really where you need to kind of get yourself to this month, is having that connection between the two and really getting true and honest with yourself about why you feel the way that you feel and why you've allowed this to go on so long. What are you avoiding? What are you trying to not look at in yourself? Why are you trying to distract yourself with things that don't serve you? Okay. All right, let's pull an oracle card for you. Most important message for Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know? Okay. This is a beautiful card. It says, my capacity to tune in to the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. Wow. There is some disconnection here, and I feel like the disconnection here is more with yourself. It's more not necessarily your relationship with other people, it's in your connection with yourself. I feel like there's something about yourself that you're trying to avoid, that you're trying to not look at. And I feel like you need to gain that connection with yourself before you're going to be able to gain it with anyone else. The relationship you have with yourself is the only type of relationship you're going to be able to have with anyone else. And I feel like the one that you have is disconnected. So the one that you have with other people is going to be disconnected as well. I think when you get to that loving place, you're going to be able to find the words that you need to use to express yourself, because I feel like you have a very difficult time expressing yourself. I feel like when you need to speak, when you need to ask for help, you don't. And I think a part of it's because you don't have the words. And you don't have the words because you don't have the compassion for yourself. And the compassion for others. And the understanding of others. And if all those things come into play, then you're going to be able to have the power that you need to move forward when you are lost. Instead of just getting lost in all of your thoughts, You need to have that internal power. I feel like your power source has been drained. Your battery is dead. And I feel like you need to step it up as far as, or charge it up, rather. And only you can give yourself that juice. Like, only you can give yourself that power. But it all starts with you. And look at the card underneath this. The star card. The card of Aquarius. Where do I start? What do I do? Where would I even begin? Have faith in yourself. Have faith in the universe. And have faith in love. That's where you start. Even if you need help, I'm here for you. I'm here to work with you. You can book a session with me, okay? If you like this style of reading, if you want a reading like this done for you, then that is available on my website. It is listed under video recording plus oracle card, okay? Or you can also look at my other services. I offer text messages, I offer emails, I offer phone sessions. All right, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope it's given you some food for thought. I hope it's helped you to really look at yourself. I hope it's given you some clarity. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.